Orthodox friendly, but they always
Timid as fucking you holding me up and I'm trying to be nigga but not. Rich as a bitch in the trap. Rich as a bitch. Rich is my bitch on the side. Oh I got more than you know. Oh I got. That was really, I thought about it years later. I was watching this like rerun of some PBS show and it was like it looked like your museum. It was like a parrot going through the museum from the PBS show and like the walls are filled with art.
Yeah, we got some really good friends, bro. I love
That's awesome.
George Robayo.
Yes, that's me.
So, what got you started?
What happened?
What got you started?
What got me started? I think what got me started was like this kind of cameras that my mom used to buy me when I was a kid, just to entertain me. And little by little, I just started taking more pictures and more pictures, and I grew up taking pictures. And now here we are.
What inspired your art style, like with the trippy, like disconnected body parts and like heavy colors? Like what inspired you?
I feel like it's mostly experimentation with what can I do with all of these softwares and new technology that comes in. And I think it's also a little bit of how my representation of how creativity can make you feel sometimes.
That's beautiful, Doug. Thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of my show.
Thank you for having me.
You're fantastic. So what's up, Froggy? How are you feeling today?
Feeling good. Feeling good. Just chilling.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What got you started?
With art.
Yeah.
My brother.
Your brother?
Yeah.
Well, tell me more about that.
So I mean, I started art when I was like in elementary school, and the reason why I started was because my brother would draw, and like I would always watch him draw and stuff. So that kind of inspired me.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice. What made you go towards this art style of like a clean but like also grungy color palette, like with your drawings?
I just really like earth tone colors and like navy earth tone colors. So I try to like mix those together because I feel like every color in that type of tone goes well together. So I just like to mix them up.
Yeah.
Blues and greens and like, you know, just soft colors too, some blacks.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being a part of my art show.
Oh my gosh,
today.
dude, I love you.
I love you too, Doc. Hey,
I did
JohnJohn.
not have sexual relations with that woman. That wasn't me. Talk to me.
How are you feeling today?
I'm alright.
That's good, man. That's good. So tell me, what got you started with your photography?
Curiosity. I mean, I bought a camera and I had it for a year without doing shit with it. Expected it to become a thing. But natural love for it. It was the one thing I didn't want to be, you know? Like everything else, I was trying to be something. When I picked up a camera, I just found a natural space in it and it became something on its own accord. So.
That's beautiful, dog. What inspired this like this sophisticated, clean art style that you have? I noticed that you shoot a lot in a studio, so it's like it's always crisp, it's always on point. What inspired that?
Honestly, it's more of tinkering and embracing your mistakes, and so a lot of my style is not like I never intended on the polish to be what it became, but it's just the result of constantly experiencing until I landed on what felt natural for me and what felt like was my language and voice.
That's beautiful, man. Thank you for being a part of my art show, dog.
Of course, thank you for having me.
No problem. How we doing today?
Pretty good.
Good. I'm doing good, man. So.
In summertime.
Very nice. What got you started?
What?
With your art career?
Bro, what got me started? God got me started. I was like freaking down in the dumps. And I just had a camera and I was like, fuck it. I'm just pick it up and just start shooting.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I noticed your art style when it comes to like photography and editing, it's like very dreamy, slightly trippy, very colorful and vibrant, but also can be like a little dark at times.
Right.
What propelled you to that art style?
Honestly, just the things I grew up with. Like, I didn't have like a, I wouldn't say a colorful childhood, but I love Tim Burton, and I love like that grunge shit, and yeah, I just like I tend to feel that like the darker things make people feel something more. You know what I'm saying? So I just naturally like moved into that genre where it's like supernatural, trippy, like dark fantasy work. Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, thank you so much for being a part of my art show, Doug.
Of course, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me.
How are we feeling today?
I'm excited, I'm nervous,
Yeah.
you know. I get mad nervous in public places, bro. So it's pretty, but it's pretty dope, Thank you for letting me come out.
Of course, man,
I
of course.
appreciate it, I just want to keep doing more shit, keep streaming on it.
Of course, my man, of course. I wanted to ask, like, what got you started?
Damn. So my family's, we're immigrants, we came from Mexico. We never really had like a digital camera shooting, to shoot our family events and all that. So, we've had disposable cameras that, we purchased. So I've just been like, messing around since I was a kid with them, just taking photos here and there. And then, I didn't really start taking it serious up until like high school. Like I had an ex who gave me a camera, and then she wanted the camera back, but I didn't want to see her, so I kept it. And then from there, I just started, just shooting here and there. But it wasn't up until last year that I started shooting more seriously. And, I fell in love with it because I started out with videography, but now I want to like transition to like photography and like, focus more on that.
It's beautiful, dog. I noticed your art style is very like, it's very like pop, kind of like cartoony almost, but also like it has like a serious undertone to it. What propelled you to that art style?
I just love colors. Anything visual, I've just been like more drawn to it, like Daft Punk, like Interstellar 555, Secret Solar System. Like the colors are crazy on that if you haven't watched it.
Yeah.
Movies are like, like anything with color, like, Wes Anderson, like that. I love those colors. So that's what like draws me to it. And for like that dark style, I guess just like, a little bit of like my emotion being put into colors.
Very nice.
I include that into my photos and shit like that.
That's beautiful, dog. Thank you so much for being a part of my art show, dog.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, deep breath. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good. I can't complain. So, what got you started with your art?
Honestly, I'm weird. I'm just like making weird stuff, and at some point I just had so much artwork accumulated, like I was just like, I could probably do something with all this. So I started doing art shows, I started selling my paintings. Now I'm doing more sculpture, performance-based artwork, so kind of dip my toes into everything.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
So I noticed your art style is more, I guess, like a gruesome gothic style, if I'm correct, or how would you describe it? Like about there? Yeah, about there.
I like to think of it as like a cherubim church.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
What drove you to that? Yeah.
I'm not sure, to be honest, because I always said I was like into horror movies, and then I'm not really, honestly. I just kind of have like all this dark shit in my head. So it's like whatever.
I hear you.
I've always been into like true crime and like things that are weird and real, and I feel like that's what I'm more attracted to. Is like the weird anxieties and fears that horror like encapsulates. So.
Thank you so much for being a part of my art show.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
No problem. How are you doing?
Doing great. Super happy to be here.
Nice. It's amazing to have you a part of all this.
Thank you, man.
So what got you started like on your artistry path?
I think that it started when I was about 16. My mom used to do tarot readings, and I used to sell candles and perfumes for her. And I started making my own stuff. I started doing my own thing, and it kind of built into something, that helped me sustain my livelihood, and so it's been quite a journey.
That's very nice, man. I noticed like when it comes to like your perfumes, when it comes to like your crafting. It has like such like a spiritual essence with it. You know, there's like a lot of love with it, and I feel like obviously that has to come from you and implementing in it like yourself. What projected you to start implementing this spirituality in your craft?
There was this concept.
Oh, here we go.
So there was. I studied this guy named Carl Jung, and he spoke about something called the collective unconscious. He believed that ideas don't belong to people; that people belong to ideas. So when I started thinking of the world as like a cloud of ideas out there in the sky, and I could just grab them, that's really where it kind of became like spiritual. It was like connecting to a higher dimension and bringing that below.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful, man. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
And thank you for being a part of my art show, man. No problem, man. Love you too, man.
I always end up in the
I love it. They do cakes too. So I feel good. I physically feel very exhausted, but mentally I reached my maximum happiness. I'm very pleased to know that I got to give these artists that I brought out today something to leave with. You know, I got to give them like a little experience and a couple flowers that they deserve, like getting the recognition they deserve, which is fantastic. A lot of the people that I've brought out today are local artists that I have come to appreciate. And I definitely wanted to do this because there are a lot of photographers and graphic artists that don't get the rep that they deserve, you know, due to like social media algorithms and stuff like that. The person behind the drawing and behind the camera is usually never recognized. So I wanted to make sure that today they got their recognition. Besides that, I did this purely out of love. I did this because I wanted to, you know, get these artists exposure and get them paid, you know, most of all. So, yeah, I think it was a perfect turnout. We had Interstellaovadrive, Arnold's tapes, Frogsbreth, Blue Heat Warrior. We had Slaughtered Art, and we had George Robayo as well. and JohnJohn, and shout out to John Catana from Cielo Mystic for providing a perfume experience. Had a little gaming corner. I got to read some poetry throughout the night. I made some sales myself, even though I was trying to stray away from it. Like from making sales, like I just wanted all my artists here to prosper to the fullest extent. So I feel like I really did that today. I guess I always question this whenever I get the chance, and I guess the thing that fuels me is that like this is my job. This is not only what I want to do, but it's also like in a very important sense, it's what I have to do. Because without it, not only can I live, but I can't be me. I can't be happy. When I was working like a 9 to 9, like flipping burgers and stuff like that, I was very depressed in my life, but I knew like I had kind of like a little bit of fun doing that stuff, but I knew I didn't want to do it forever. And in this field, the fact that I get to meet such different people and go from like professional to non-professional areas of work, it's so fulfilling, and it's very humbling, the experiences that I get to witness and feel. It's a beautiful thing. The creative drive just comes from, I don't know, the endless thoughts you have as an artist. I feel like, when you're an artist, most of the time you can't stop thinking. You can't really stick to one thing. You can't stay in one place. My biggest drive is, how can I outdo myself this time? It's like my drive. One thing I would say is just hang tight. It's gonna feel like you have nothing going for you because nobody gave you direction. Nobody wanted to show you paths that were different. And hold tight, because you're gonna figure it out, but at the cost of a little bit of your happiness. You're gonna figure out ulterior paths that are gonna make you extremely happy, but it's gonna be a very draining journey because you're gonna have to fuck up a lot. So just hold tight.